bear arms and it is enshrined in their constitution. In Nigeria, it is not so. So what I'm trying to do specifically is to have a system where people who are willing to carry arms are given the opportunity. One of the first conditions to be met is that every local government area must have a gun shooting school. And if you want to bear arms, the first thing to do is to get trained on how to use it. And in every local government area, there will be shooting schools run by former military officers which are owned by them. Now, when you have been certified to have gone through the training, the next thing you will do will be to go to your king, emir, or oba, who will give you a letter certifying that you are from that particular place. And the next thing is to go to 2 doctors, and those 2 doctors must certify that you are mentally fit to bear arms. And then you go to your local government chairman, who must also confirm that you are from that particular local government. Then you would go to the divisional police officer of that locality, and the DPO must confirm that you do not have any criminal records and you are not a wanted person. He said, we all have experienced the lawlessness that is pervading the nation, or we know somebody that has experienced it, somebody who has been kidnapped by kidnappers, militants, or headsmen. We have come to a point in this country where we must make an honest admission to ourselves, which is that the security agents cannot really protect lives and properties as enshrined in the Constitution. The common man is left to his caprices. The common man does not get any kind of support from the police. The police as a force is ill-equipped, ill-funded, and not capable of discharging those onerous duties. That is the basic facts. I am in the Senate Committee on Police Matters, and I can tell you that we do not have the number of policemen that we need to secure Nigeria as a country. And he went ahead to say the military, on the other hand, we have been spending billions of naira over the years buying war planes, different kinds of arms and ammunition in the name of fighting terrorism and other crimes. But they are again not able to deal with the issues. So a lot of money has been spent, a lot of lives have been lost, and we are nowhere near finding a solution. Look, the idea of a bill to enable Nigerians to bear arms is born out of desperation and the fact that people do not have the kind of protection that they need. So what's your take on that? I want to paint a situation for you. So it's electioneering day, right? We're voting. And you know how sometimes there is intimidation, there is some kind of voter oppression, and then everybody has got a gun. I've just painted the picture for you, right? Okay, cool. But let's paint another picture. A kidnapper tries breaking through your house protector, and you have a gun. You probably can shoot from the window, right? And he runs away. So that's another picture I've painted for you. But would it not be difficult to differentiate a criminal from a good citizen, given the fact that Nigerians are going through tough times? Our ability to withstand pressure, our ability to withstand withstand certain troubles may not be as it would have maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. The economy is not very good. The economy is not very great. So imagine putting guns in the hands of Nigerians who are going through very tough economic times. Inflation 28.72%, the naira beating by the dollar and the pound. I could go on and on. But what's your take on that one? Let's now move to our final big story for today. Our final big story has got to do with politics now. We're moving from security matters to politics. And I saw the headline yesterday. I saw it again today. And I felt like it's something that should make it to trending stories. And it has to do with Obaseki going to meet the one person he fought when he said no to godfatherism. Talking about some amazing one Wike, asking him to come help secure the election of a preferred candidate, Igodalo. So, if you've been following Edo politics, I've not really been following, but if you've been following, you would understand that right from when Obaseki won his second term in office, the politics in that, even from the first term, the politics has been, not necessarily smooth. It's been turbulent, so to say. I think after the second term election, Obaseki had to fight, because certain people who were instrumental to his victory, first as PDP's candidate, then as governor for a second term, were hoping that they would be carried along, but they were not carried along. I think that was fundamentally the problem he had with Edison Wike at some point. Also, the people who were in the PDP before he joined, became very restless because he took over the structure of the party and relegated them to the back burner. And so a lot of them were not happy. Like I said, they were restless, and some of them did vent their anger. Now, and I know we talked about it that period. A lot of people say, yes, Obaseki, yeah, but Obaseki has gone back to Wike. And for me, this is instructive because as followers, we tend to take sides. We tend to take sides and say, oh, this politician is better than that politician is better than this politician. Meanwhile, I try to tell you all the time that this is politics and nothing more. I try to tell you that what we should be doing is standing for institutions. I think I started with that today. Standing for institutions in Nigeria, where it's all about the people, it's for the people, it is by the people. Yeah. Well, look at it. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I think 3 years ago, we were talking about how there was a rift between Obaseki and Wike, and a lot of people, just like the River State case now, a lot of people dancing, to the tune played by Obaseki. But now Obaseki has gone to shake hands, once again proving that saying correct, or the saying correct. And what is the saying? The saying is that in politics, there is no permanent friend, there is no permanent foe. And maybe we, the followers, we need to understand that and stop holding each other at the jugular or trying to kill each other and allowing the politicians allowing them to have a field day. All right, I'm going to open the phone lines now so I can get your thoughts on these 3 big stories. And there are 3 big stories because when compared to other stories, they're the ones most interacted with. They're the ones, that a lot of people are talking about. And I think we also should talk about it. 081. Oh, no, that's not a number. I keep forgetting. We're using the smart number today. Once again, 070-0923-0923. Remember, we're live on Facebook, Nigerian for PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigerian for PH. And we are active on X, Nigeria Info PH. All right, let's get the conversation started. There is the WhatsApp number for WhatsApp messages, 08903064416. You could also follow me on social media. My personal page or pages have the same handle, Dekalada, THEKALADA. I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome.
Good afternoon, Kada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Okay. Meet former Governor Ned Nwoko.
Okay.
I'm not surprised because whenever I see people calling over for those people, they don't have permanent enemy. They are just quarreling because of the little thing they disagree that after when they meet each other, they will go meet each other. So my advice is we that we are calling on radio and other ones, we should not abuse anybody because at the end of the day, you will see them sitting together, chatting and smiling. So they will use our head. So please, they are all politicians. They know where to and how they will analyze everything they want.
All right.
This is my comment. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you very much for your time. I've got Michael from Mile 3. Michael, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Okay. Good afternoon. My concern now is all about the gun license. For me, I don't like this aspect of we to be comparing ourselves with America all the time. If anything comes up, we'll compare ourselves with America. These are people they are older than us in 500 years ahead of us.
And they're not 500 years ahead of us, but I get your
with
point.
America,
Okay.
With their structure, with their kind of how they have lived their life. Anything concerned that going, it won't work in this area because we have not tried in putting our the human beings in order. There are so many mental people working on the road. There are so many people that are mad. They have issues on their brain in their houses. But you won't know. You see them dressed normal. You think they are normal. They are not normal.
Okay.
That one shouldn't be the issue of Nigeria. What we should talk about now is concerning how to put our networks in order. Those are in the National Assembly. They should just try. Excuse me, I'm coming there. They should try and work on this, our telecom. Let them put the marks, everything in order. We can be giving information to the security people.
Okay.
But where network is having problems and we are having people represent us in National Assembly, they don't discuss anything concerning this issue we are having on network problem. I think if we can tackle our network problem, we can proceed and improve.
So you're saying, Michael, that if we improve telecommunications services, security will improve in the country. Oh, okay.
We should work on that. They should charge all these telecom companies to order. They should summon all those people. Like all these, we are supposed to have those things, our CCTV on the streets. They should make our life available. All this the crime will be reduced, and not for us to talk about the carry guns. People should have license. I bet we have smart people in this Nigeria. Plenty. We don't need that.
All right, then. Thank you very much. I've got Zion from GRA. Zion, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
I am not surprised that a lawmaker will move such a bill.
Okay.
I am not surprised that at a time like this, they cannot reason. They cannot proffer a solution to a problem. Which means Nigeria is paying people who cannot solve a problem. Other nations, they pay you because you can solve a problem. In Nigeria, we are choleric in nature. We don't forgive. We don't let go. We are harsh. We cause hold up where there is no hold up. And those are the kind of people you want to license gun to. My goodness me, so unfortunate.
All right.
Which means before we can license a gun, we should also scrap the police, scrap the army, scrap all of them. Everybody should bear guns. People should be reasoning like human beings in a time like this. You should be thinking of what solution, what can we do to avoid and to stop this crime. You are saying,
but did you not hear him saying that security architecture, our security structure is overwhelmed? I'm thinking it's trying to tell us that we are overwhelmed.
Comment from Ned Nwoko is an indictment to the Nigerian state. What he just did is an indictment that they are spending billions to buy this here, nothing. Then the EFCC should investigate. ICPC should come in and investigate. But all of them are sitting and doing nothing. And yet they are being paid. Look, another thing. He said, oh my goodness me.
All right.
People who are reasoning to take over power in this country to stop this nonsense. Imagine the people that have been kidnapped. They just kidnap them and keep them. Some of them will be molested psychologically, physically, and otherwise. And all of these people, he should be talking about the impeachment of President Tinubu. That is what you should be thinking if he is sincere to himself. Tinubu should be impeached. He cannot go and handle the affairs of this country because the level of kidnapping is high. The economy is dying. People are suffering. We are prone to corruption.
All right.
We cannot impeach this Tinubu.
All right.
President. More is in our hands.
All right, Zion, thank you. I've got to go. Zion, I've got to go. Thank you very much. We've got Jerry from Ozwoba. Jerry, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Yes, Colada, good evening.
Yeah.
Afternoon, as the case may be.
Afternoon,
yes, let me lend the voice to what the federal lawmaker said. Well, concerning that, Colada, I don't see Nigeria as a state that is matured, to bear arms. We can't really compare ourselves to the United States when it comes to democracy and development at this point. Are you getting me?
I'm listening to you.
Yes. We should, just like the one other caller said before now, he was talking about telecommunications and all of that. Our lives we registered is linked to an NIN, right? And this hoodlums or bandits or kidnappers, as the case may be, do they communicate with something outside our Nigerian lines? It will be, they use maybe Airtel, MTN or so. So we can use this, the National Identification Management System to as well track these bandits to wherever they are. I think there's a bridge between the security agency and the communications agency. If they work hand in hand, I think they will be able to as well clamp down on some bandits that have terrorized Nigeria and other parts of the country. So for me, I really do think that I don't buy the idea at all of handling arms. Let the telecommunications companies and also the security agencies work to see how they can bring insecurity down to its barest minimum. It can never stop, but at least we can bring it down to its barest minimum. Thank you, All
right. Thank you very much for your time there, Jerry from Ozob. I've got Robin from Iche. Robin, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Good afternoon, my brother. KDB.
Welcome.
On the call by the federal lawmaker.
Okay.
Kalada, I don't know whether you were taught. I was taught in history, primary history, that Mungo Park discovered the sea route to India. Has that route not existed before Mungo Park was born?
What's your point?
I don't understand what people talk. We have not reached how? Nigeria is more than 60 years old.
Okay.
From independence, yet we cannot turn crude oil to get fuel and other components. We cannot do it. You are telling me we have not reached. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. I was told so when I was a baby. I'm hitting the sixth floor. We are still a baby. Why do people not have easy to travel to their various homes and villages? It's not because the boys are busy carrying guns. You want to tell me that if the boys know that the house they are going, the man has his own, will they come? We should grow up now. This is not the first time this call has been made.
Okay.
We cannot be protected by the police. The soldiers are overwhelmed. Kidnapping is the news every day. And we are folding our hands. We say we have not reached America. America what? If that's the only way for us to survive and live a good life, it should be legalized. Let everybody have his own.
Okay. All right.
Good afternoon. My name is Robin Majade.
All right. Good afternoon, Robin. Let's now look at some messages. Let's start with what we have on Facebook. Comrade Clinton Eric Kerr says Court of Coordinate Jurisdiction. That's what I was looking for earlier when we talked about the Edison Ehie's matter, where courts of coordinate jurisdiction, are having orders or judgments on same issue. Annie Emmanuel says Ned Nwoko's bill is fine, but will be at high risk because Nigerians will take it for granted. I suggest they should grant it to only the northerners. Is Wike now the chief of political selection? Why will Obaseki meet him for such move? For Edison, I think the court should stand their ground and deliver justice. Otong Sunday says Ned Nwoko's proposal is in the right direction. The insecurity is too much in Nigeria. Bobby Diwe says, good afternoon, KD. If Edison Ehie feels is innocent, he should go and answer the police. As for Obaseki, where is it now? As for, I think it skipped. Yeah. You said, as for Obaseki meeting Wike, like you said, and I always say that too, no permanent enemy, no permanent friends, but permanent interest. Obaseki meeting Wike is for his own interest, and it shows that Wike is a political gladiator, and politics is calling. Courage Bobo Wosu says, how can State House of Assembly complex be set on fire and the IGP is trying to bring the people accused of being behind it to book and they are running away from it? After all this said, the court is the hope for the common man. Please, COS, make yourself available. Okay. Annie Emmanuel said, God, please save your children in this country. Imagine my friend was kidnapped yesterday in his own village. What village was that? Uche Wachiko also told me Court of Coordinate jurisdiction. Another person said the same thing. Yes, another person sent me that. Yes, a lot of people sent me. Okay, all of you, thank you. Sometimes we forget these things. This one says, greetings, Kalada. The Court of Coordinate Jurisdiction given conflicting orders on Edison Ehie is very unfortunate. The matter is local and should be handled in the state, not in Abuja. It's the High Court in Rivers that has jurisdiction over the matter. Judiciary should be careful not to cause anarchy. Nicholas Erasmus with that one. Let's see. This one says, in Rivers State now, the fight is between Rivers State and Abuja. Since they have the enormous power and influence, why can't they use these power and influence to influence projects and put hands together to develop Rivers States rather than using it on negatives? God has given Rivers State the power, both state and federal, but they choose to misuse it. It is well. Lady V, I agree with you. They should be joining hands, making sure River State works and it's, growing in abundance, in development. This one says, Kalada, if the government cannot stop criminal elements from carrying guns, why stop the citizens? I don't have or can't afford it. My neighbor should, so I can. Okay, all right. I hope your neighbor doesn't shoot you someday. This one says, good afternoon, the presenter. My own submission about the court's declaration of arrest and no arrest of Right Honorable Edison Ehie. The case is a state matter, and why take it to Abuja court under Abuja Governor George from Port Harcourt? Like I said, the IGP is the one who initiated that petition to the court. So I'm guessing maybe because it has to do with terror charge, then maybe it can be handled by a federal high court. Remember, the other people who were remanded, I think about 5 of them who were remanded in the Kuje prison in Abuja. The matter was done in Abuja. Was it sometime last week, I believe? Yeah, sometime last week, I think, yeah. Let's see this one. So it says, good afternoon. Although the two courts are courts of equal powers, the Federal High Court Abuja order is more valid because there is an ongoing court case involving some of the accused in similar case. I just mentioned that. So once the police lawyers draw the attention of the State High Court, the court that gave that Abuja order is already on the matter. The PH Court will vacate its order, possibly in the next adjourned date, which is the 6th of February 2024. No court can stop the police from doing their statutory duty. From Ibiba in Port Harcourt. All right, Ibiba, thank you very much. And this one says, talking about the bill allowing Nigerians to bear firearms should not even make the front pages of newspapers. Let us not create a bigger problem trying to solve a problem. And this is what I mean. Number one, what database do we have in this country that will enable the security agencies to profile citizens whose guns were licensed? The same security agencies who lack the database to fight crime. 2, imagine the issue of gun violence resulting in Nigeria. Example, the rate of armed robbery will increase. What happens when called groups fight each other with all of them bearing arms? In conclusion, the best way to fight crime is to fight poverty and engage the youths, and you will see how kidnapping and crime will be inhibited. Anene Kenechi from Aba, and I agree with you, Anene. I mean, you have a solid point there. I've got Ida from Inkoro. Sorry for keeping you that long. I did not know you were online. Yes, welcome. Sorry about that.
I want to talk about the Edison case.
All right.
My brother, the way you see somebody, now you catch person. Now, please, one. Then I editing. Go on now. Which you don't see him for there. It might be electrical cause. So you are accusing somebody to go and arrest that particular person because they made him chief of staff government house.
But I think that case started before he was made chief of staff. I don't know. I remember. No. We talked about Ida. Let's get the facts right. This is hard facts. We talked about it last week. I remember vividly. We talked about, was it on Friday, when his name appeared on the charge sheet in Abuja, and we talked about it. And a lot of us were, oh wow, when did it all start? We did not know when it started. So apparently it did not start when he became chief of staff. The case, 5 people, by the way, have been remanded in Kuje prison.
Yes, I want to ask a question.
All right, I'm listening.
They catch anything, or they have any video clip? That place closer to police headquarters.
That's why I'm saying we should allow a day in court where we can look.
Now they should leave arresting first. They should leave that young man alone. It's our new chief of staff, please.
Okay.
And Obaseki meeting for my governor is for you to Wike. This is for you to Wike, but I don't let so. Make it just to win the election. Make it another person.
All right then.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ida. But Ida, you should understand that his chief of staff does not mean he should not, be able to clarify with the law. So are you the one? Are you not the one? If he has a good defense, remember, only the court can declare someone innocent or guilty. The Constitution says guilty, or rather innocent until proven otherwise. You can only be guilty if the court has seen enough evidence to prove that you are. So, maybe you should have his day in court. Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Canada, good afternoon.
Yeah, greetings to you.
Yeah, I want to start by saying that no single individual is above the law.
Okay.
But we have seen cases where some persons are seemingly above the law.
Oh, really?
And Honorable Goodhead made an allegation, open allegation, mentioning some names to be involved in the killing of DPO, of former DPO.
Yeah, Bako and Bashim.
Yes. Canada, up to date, there's no court. No agency of law have invited any of these mentioned parties for questioning. But Edison Ehie have been invited. I'm not saying the man is...
Clinton, sorry to pause your thoughts, but could it be that, they have done their investigations? Maybe they invited them, privately, secretly, and they did investigate. We don't know. Just like we didn't even know, remember when we were talking about the last week and you called in, and I said we didn't even know when the investigation was done. We were not carried along, so we don't know why Edison is on that charge sheet. But maybe they must have. I'm just saying. I do not know.
It's really interesting because like a tussle between Abuja-based court and Port Harcourt River State-based court.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be so. The court is supposed to maintain sanity, but we are seen as in outstepping their bounds. But that's aside. Let's see at the end of it. Finally, what Ned Nwoko is doing, I don't know. We Nigerians are suffering, and you're trying to make a law that will favor the elite. How many common Nigerians can afford to get firearms?
Another angle to the conversation. Another angle.
Because this thing is favoring the elite. It's only the elite that can afford this thing. These are arms. I mean, on my own, I cannot get arms. Does it mean that I cannot protect myself? And even the U.S. that is making a comparison with, we are seeing cases. We've seen cases where someone that looked very normal, very sane, will just go on the street and start firing people. So I don't think it's safe. I think what we should be doing is to make laws that will actually put food on the table of Nigerians and not the other way around. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clinton JJ from Port Harcourt Township. I think that will be the last call I should take.
Yeah,
JJ, welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much. Canada, the last time we heard about this case that they have taken to Abuja is when they told us that the investigations are still on. Am I right?
Or something like that.
And the investigations, I don't know if it's concluded because they said they will carry the public along. Maybe we are not public enough. Why not even spread their drag net? Why not even include the commissioner of police who was in charge as at the time that incident happened under his nose?
Okay.
Are you aware that the gate to the House of Assembly is just directly at the window of the commissioner of police?
Okay.
Are you aware, if you can still remember, on the 30th of October, yours truly was part of the governor's convoy. When we got to Moscow Road, we were tear gas, not even minding that the governor was in that entourage. We were tear gas by these same people, and the water cannot us. Why not they use the water to put off that fire in that place? So for me, I think that the first suspect would have been the commissioner of police who was in charge as at that time. Maybe invited before you think of inviting other people.
Okay.
That aside, That aside, now why can't they make the investigation public so that everybody will now know? Like, is it like the forensic investigation of the
NDDC?
I
Yeah.
don't get it at all.
Okay.
Is it that you want to give a dog a bad name so that you can kill it at the end of the day?
You know, JJ, there's been the argument. There's been the argument that media trials should stop. So I'm guessing maybe they don't want to do a media trial.
To stop. So what trial are they doing right now? Canada, I want to take you back. I don't know where you were as at 2013, 2014. You remember when the former governor was forming his GDI, some people who were of the APC stock then were arrested. Among them was this Obinaya, and some other people, about 8-10 of them were taken to Abuja, and they were also taken in the same pattern and locked up in Abuja till after he became governor, and the state now said they are no longer interested in the matter.
Okay.
They suffered in Abuja like say tomorrow not day.
Okay.
The same pattern is what they are doing right now.
Right.
Now let me also ask.
Summarize,
The
please.
Abuja
Summarize.
High Court. Hello.
Summarize, please.
Okay, summary, yes. Let's assume that somebody commits a crime in Port Harcourt here, and they arrested the person in Sokoto. We did not bring the person to Port Harcourt here for trial where he committed the crime. So if you are asking for a court that have jurisdiction over the matter, it will be a
JJ, the law is not does not travel in a linear direction. So sometimes there are certain cases that can be taken over by the Federal High Court. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not. We have to ask a lawyer, but I'm just trying to say.
What's the essence of now transferring?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe Sokoto to Port Harcourt.
The point is, it could be.
A crime against River State.
Wait now.
The crime was really committed by these people. So
Like
why not bring the person to River State for trial?
JJ, if it's a terror, if it's a terror charge, there is the possibility that it can be taken up by.
I also gave you an example of the past where people were taken to Abuja.
I get you.
Locked up for some time.
I get you.
After the elections, they said no more case against them.
All
so
right.
what happened to the initial allegation against them?
All right,
These are the issue conclusively.
I've got to go now. I don't have enough time. I've got to go. I'm sorry. I've got to let you go. I'm really sorry. I apologize there. Emmanuel Silvanus Opona Viobo says if Edison Ehie is culpable, then he should turn himself in or be arrested. But we still cannot rule out the possibility of Wike using this to frame him up. We are in this state when a politician was imprisoned for 3 months on trumped up charges of cultism simply because he dared to purchase a farm for governorship primaries. We were in the state when supporters of Amaechi were hounded with the police and the judiciary just for being Amaechi's people. So this police should be fair and objective with this Ehie's case. All right. And then you said, laugh out loud, very wrong, Kalada. You can be guilty if the court investigates and finds you guilty. You can also be guilty if the judiciary is compromised. Or you want to tell us that there is nothing such as a compromised judiciary. And thank God Ability Atobu says, without Governor Obaseki meeting Wike, can't he secure governorship ticket for his preferred governorship candidate? Now, wow. And Bobby the Iwe says, Kalada. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. Thank you very much. Let's see. Do I have more? I have more messages to read, so I'm just gonna see in Canada, an insane American is far better than a sane Nigerian living here in Nigeria. How could he suggest such an insane idea when the economy is biting so hard and there is no way out on sight, and you want, or inside I guess you meant to say, and you want to pass a law to arm Nigerians? Just too bad. Why do you think an insane American is better than a sane Nigerian? I'm wondering why you say that. But you said the judiciary in the country is in shambles and oblivion. Damiete Erekosima, thank you very much for that one. All right, I'm reading some more messages. This one says, good afternoon, KD. I have said it on several occasions that, politics. Like Wike or hate him, he is the most versatile and sagacious politician in the South as of today. It is some Rivers people that don't really know the political worth of Wike. People outside Rivers State wish Wike is from their state, while some governors and politicians are talking about the 2023 elections. Wike and his group have started planning for the 2027 elections. The resident electoral commissioner for Edo State, is from Rivers State. In fact, Wike's cousin, Dr. Onugbum Onoa. So you can see the desperation of Obaseki from. Are you insinuating that the resident electoral commissioner is compromised? Are you saying that? Because that will be a very heavy allegation you're making on radio. Yeah? This says the conflicting orders emanating from different courts and the same jurisdiction is worrisome to our nascent democracy. Too bad. We Ordinaka with that one. And finally, good afternoon. I just listened to one of your callers talking about impeaching Tinubu, but he was one of those who supported him. Now he's talking about impeachment. Tinubu is going nowhere. I have never supported him, but he must complete his 4 years in due from Oyibo. All right, I've got to step on the break right now. We've got the business news up next. After the business news, we'll continue our conversation.
Girl Sharon Aja from Flossom. It's 4 p.m. and you better start getting ready.